Hi there. I just want to do a little video and I just want to um, clear up some confusion. I was just on the internet and looking up certain things. I was looking at an expert. I don't know what type of expert she was, but she was talking about how she didn't believe that viruses exist, and because all illness comes from most of the time low immunity, right? But in this video, I want to talk about the difference between coronavirus and COVID-19. Now, this is where people have got confused. I even saw it on the internet a few minutes ago. It said coronavirus deniers. What they think that coronavirus and COVID-19 are the same thing, because the media and the governments have tricked you, because governments don't have a clue about stuff like that, do they? So when they talk, they don't really know what they're talking about because they're not doctors, like, politicians and stuff. But coronavirus exists. And since this stuff started, I was seriously concerned about this when it first came out in about February time. I was ill myself. I had a bad flu type virus thing, and I was very ill. And since then, I've gotten into vitamins. I take a lot of supplements and vitamins now because I don't want to be ill like that again. But maybe I had the coronavirus. Who knows? But I just want to clear up this, that the media have tricked you, and the because of ignorance. Coronavirus isn't COVID-19. Coronaviruses exist, and I've seen many doctors. I've watched ever since they started in January, February time. I just started watching a lot of doctors try to find out information about it, and many doctors, they say that the coronaviruses exist in our bodies, and COVID-19 is something that according to Dr. Andrew Kaufman, there is 80% chance that COVID-19 exists, but according to Dr. Andrew Kaufman as well, you can't go around saying when it's 80% chance that it definitely exists, because taking a piece of fluid or a sample of fluid contains a long list of possible causes of illness. So there's no guarantee that these symptoms causes this disease. You see? So that's the thing, and so there's a lot of confusion, and around things. See, what's the thing is, the biggest conspiracy theorists are governments, because conspiracy theorists and conspiracy theories are usually a theory someone makes up, and it's followed and it's created by a few, and the government is a few compared with all of us. And most sensible people don't believe in them anyway. And this is why they've got to, like, what they're trying to do is control us with artificial intelligence, because governments know that we're waking up to them. I personally think in about 100 years you won't have any governments. I don't think it'll exist. But yeah, I just wanted to do a video on that, that coronaviruses are just viruses that are or things that we have in our bodies that some doctors say are exosomes, which is a thing caused in low immunity. And according to Dr. Andrew Kaufman as well, so I've watched a few of his videos, the test is testing for a low immune response. And this low immune response produces these exosomes. And that's what the COVID-19 test is testing for. The whole thing's a scam. And, the other thing I would say is that if this existed, then why was NHS staff Why would they feel the need to put COVID-19 on death certificates of people that didn't die of that? You know, if a cancer patient gets COVID-19, then if a cancer patient gets a cold, it's going to be like something serious, a lot worse, because they've got cancer, they can't catch anything, right? And I said it yesterday in my video about someone that lost their wife, and my mum was in hospital every other day, and she told me about it. And this person lost their wife because of they weren't getting their treatment for the cancer. And these people that killed this person, the NHS murdered this woman, murdered her, and you're all clapping for the NHS. You're clapping for these murderers. Now, I'm not saying they're all like that, but that's murder. That is murder. That's what that is. Leaving someone to die when you can treat them is murder. And the hospitals aren't busy because they were doing dancing videos. Tons of space in the hospitals. See, what happened is by taking out a fake pandemic, what that's going to do is it's going to kill off other people that need treatment. That's the idea. This is also why they took out a certain internet technology. It's actually telecommunications technology. It's a letter and a number. And you know what I'm talking about. And this letter and a number creates that low immune response. And they took this out before we had any illness outbreak. So that's the thing. So if you want to believe that something is making people ill and someone's ill, then maybe bring 5G into it. Oh, I just said it. But that's the thing. Bring that into it. But I just want to clear up again that coronavirus exists in our bodies. But don't get confused. COVID-19 has never been proven to exist. Right? COVID-19, what they did in the first early cases was take a sample of genetic fluid. That isn't a virus. And this is what medical experts say. That's not a virus. Right? And that's just it. And I'm not saying things that I believe in right now. I'm saying stuff that doctors have said. That you have to be absolutely sure, according to experts, that a virus exists. And this isn't enough, you see. You've got to isolate the virus from the fluid. I don't know how you do it. I'm not a scientist or doctor, but that's what they're meant to do. But, and this test, that's what they say, it's just testing for the low immune response. The American government even said themselves that the test is only 50% accurate. And they're trying to make up these numbers because they had these computer models or something, and that had these certain numbers, and so they're pressuring the doctors to put in this COVID on. But they're not thinking of the patients that are dying of other things, they're thinking of themselves and the pressure they may be under. There was doctors on Fox News that have came out on news and admitted it. You won't see this on BBC News because BBC News and Sky News just repeat the official narrative, what the government wants them to say. But yeah, coronavirus and COVID-19. Coronaviruses do exist. So someone like me isn't a coronavirus denier. I'm saying coronaviruses exist. But what I'm saying is COVID-19 has never been proven to exist scientifically. And I'm just saying things that doctors have said. You know, I watch quite a lot of doctors. I watch quite a lot, you know, on the internet, and because it's good to watch these doctors because they can give you good information, good knowledge. And that's what they say. They say that the whole thing's... I tell you, I've seen a lot more doctors say stuff against this than I have seen doctors say stuff for it. I've hardly seen any. The only time I've seen any saying something for the COVID-19 hoax is they work for the BBC or something. Right? But, you know, if you want to believe that there has been an outbreak, then 5G is something you can bring into it. and you would have a very good claim because 5G came first, did it? And also, it's also from in the skies 5G as well. So it doesn't matter if a certain outbreak happened in a certain place and 5G wasn't as strong there. It's come from the skies. all courtesy of Elon Musk. You see, so that's a fact. Everything I say in my videos, I make sure that it's facts. I look it up and I make sure it's fact. So, the fact checkers are not telling the truth. They're not basing their fact checking on facts. They're just not wanting you to say what is the truth and what can expose them. Like YouTube took one of my videos down last week, and they didn't have an excuse for it, because everything I even contacted them and said everything I'm saying is facts. They've got no excuse, but they've got an agenda, you see. And their agenda is what the system is trying to do just now is they're trying to control the internet, and the internet is for everybody, and giving you misinformation. Right? That's what they're trying to do. But like I say, coronaviruses do exist in our bodies, but our immunity usually pushes it to one side. But COVID-19, according to experts, hasn't been proven to exist. It might exist, but it's not 100%. And according to the medical experts, you've got to be 100% when it comes to viruses, when it comes to illness, and because it's important to people. And if you've lost someone, you need to know 100%. You can't just go putting COVID-19 and everything. That's what they've been doing. So these people that you clap for and drew the stupid rainbows for, not all of them will be like this. Not all of them won't care. I feel sorry for the NHS staff that actually do care and aren't part of these dancers. I feel sorry for them people, because the ones that do care are just getting lost in that herd. But there will be some people in there that do care. But obviously they don't. A lot of them don't care, because they're making dancing videos where people were being deprived of cancer treatment and many other illnesses as well. And this is again a fact. But just before I end the video, yes, coronaviruses exist in our bodies, but it's nothing to worry about. COVID-19 has never been proven to exist. Because like I say, a piece of genetic fluid, like in this picture, contains a long list of possible causes of illness and doesn't prove that a disease exists. And I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and for latest updates you can check my website, which is www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you.